direction. I've got messy hair. I'm gonna wait a minute or two. You guys are never gonna believe this. Ever. Ever. I'm literally gonna wait until there's 10 people on there. Where's my... Or more. So that must mean there's more. Sorry about the banging. I'm just trying to make my thing not slip on the desk. How's everyone's day? Everyone having a great day? I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I'm doing a YouTube and I'm doing Facebook. So apparently YouTube does not give notifications to anyone. That's not surprising. Thank you. And hi from Denmark. Hello. So I couldn't even make this story up if I tried in a bazillion years. And I love these stories. Like, this is just, and I'm going to try not, look at, everybody get some of these. I only have a few left in there. We're going to cut some onions for a second. This happened hours ago, and it still is like... So I've got an awesome story for you. If I'm already welling up, and I haven't cried on my show in a long time, you know, this is going to be a good story. Oh gosh. So this morning I wake up and I can't really say what happened, but there was something that I was like, this is after I saw Porcupine. And I'll read you what porcupine totem medicine is, because this is how my brain has been working for about 12 years, okay? So when I see an animal I haven't seen for a long time, I know that's the universe saying, hey, tune in and go look up that totem medicine. So, me being me, I go and look it up. I just got rid of that page. Give me 1 second. There, I have it. I was looking up silver too. 22 people and 2 thumbs up on that channel, 15 over there. Okay, porcupine reminds you not to get caught in the chaos of the world where fear, greed, and suffering are commonplace. It is the medicine of relief from the serious of life. Open your heart to those things that gave you joy as a child. Remember, fantasy and your imagination bring it into your life again. And then I go look up more, and it's teaches how to access. Oh, I forget what it was now. Give me 1 second. Be patient. Loading. Yeah. So, porcupine is letting you know that it's time to free yourself from guilt and shame. With the spirit animal, you reclaim the innocence that you left behind as a child. To do this, you must open your heart to the things that gave you joy as a child. Like the seal, remember fantasy and imagination so that you can bring it into your life again. Also, the porcupine meaning asks you to make sure that you don't get caught up in the chaos of the world where fear, greed, and suffering are commonplace. It also reminds you that protection is also available to you. Therefore, it's time to be yourself and trust that it is safe to be who you are. Okay? Are you guys listening to it? Because this is a message for everybody, not just for me. So, if you're hearing this, trust it is time to be yourself and trust that it is safe to be who you are. The focus here is on faith and trust. I can't even believe I'm rereading this after I posted it kind of casually this morning going, wow, that's cool. The focus here is on faith and trust and knowing that you can move mountains with these powers. Okay. And I know all you empaths are already like, so let me get to my story. I love the numbers 222. I've always been attracted to them. And today is... what is today's 32323. So, you know, it's an interesting number. Yesterday was a really cool number, but whatever. And here in the city, there's a lot of trains that will contain either a triple two or I've ridden on the quadruple two once, you know. So they're always fun to get on and ride that train. That's just a silly game I play. So what train shows up first sometimes is the one I get on. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm directed to go. So, but today I'm like, I'm not going to hop on the first train. I kind of want to go in the other direction. And so going the other way was a triple two. And I look at it and I'm like, oh, I go walking towards it. And I'm like, no. And I'll go walking towards the other way and still go in the direction I was planning on going. So I hop on the first car of the train that's going in the direction that I like. And the numbers are kind of almost sequential. Not quite, but they're like dyslexic sequential. Okay. I'm like, oh, those are sequential. And then I'm like, no, they're not. Like, I have to reread them. Anyhow, get on the train. I got my headphones in. I'm listening to music. And the train car's like not super packed, but I decided to stand for a few stops. And then some people got off the one guy got off the stop, and it was across from a homeless man who was coloring in a coloring book. Okay, like it was one of the coloring books that I have, the exact same coloring book, and like from Dollarama, and he was using pencil crayons. So I take my headphones out, and it was like, I'm just gonna admit it, God's like, you need to talk to this dude. So I take out my headphones and I say to him, I'm like, oh, you're using pencil crayons. I said, I usually use felts at home. I have one of those books. I love them. They're cheap and they're just good for you to be creative. And he goes, you could tell he was homeless. And he looked at me and he goes, I just had all my stuff taken from the homeless shelter because they thought he had passed out at the homeless shelter. He said because he hasn't had his medication. So the way the system works here is if you don't have a fixed address, you can't get a digital ID. And if you don't have a digital ID, you can't get your support from the government. The pittance that they give you to live on, I think it was $800. You can't even afford, I'm just going to be pissed off for a second, fucking rent, right? You can't even afford rent. So anyways, I say to the guy, I'm like, oh, it's terrible. And he goes, yeah. And then my mom thought, like, because, like, I haven't had my medication, I was having these seizures and I ended up in the hospital and all this. And he wasn't saying it in a victim way. Let me reassure you, this was not somebody who was looking for anything from me or anything like that. And I said, he goes, you know, I was just asking for someone to talk to, and there you are. He's like, I said, well, you know what? I said, I do think I'm an angel sometimes to some people. And I was told to talk to you. And he goes, I just needed a friend. Because I just don't have anyone to talk to. And he wasn't upset or anything. Like, he wasn't crying or anything like that. And neither was I. I was not like this, okay? I was in mom mode because he was the same age as my kids. And I saw my children in him. And he's like, yeah, my mom kicked me out of my house. And he's like, I'm just trying to get back on my feet. And they Form 10 me. Now, people who don't know what that means, it means they take you and hold you in mental custody against your will, okay? So I was like, oh man. I said, can I tell you something? And he looked at me and I said, like, don't think I'm crazy or anything, but things are gonna get better soon. And they are testing you. They are testing you so hard to try and take you down right now because you are a light worker of God. I can see your light. Your eyes are just like bright. And I said, I can see other dark people here. So I want to tell you some things and I want you to write it down in your book. And so I said, first things first, I love myself. writes, I love myself. He goes, I'm so glad you came and talked to me. I'm like, me too. Like, it was such a happy conversation, to be honest. This is after he basically opened up in front of people. They were listening and talked about how he was holding a knife to his neck last week and like ready just to leave this planet because nobody was listening to him. Not one single person listened to him. Anyways, I said, after you say you love yourself, I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior of God. I'm a light worker and warrior of God. So he writes those down. And I said, no matter what, remain calm. He writes, remain calm. I said, no matter what you hear, no matter what anything happens, remain calm. Remain calm. So he writes it down. And then I go, and if for some reason you forgot to place yourself in protection, I said, you need to ask your spirit guides and your angels around you to help protect you. They're there to protect you. I said, I'm walking down the road and I say, I mark myself invisible from all fake authority and any dark people. I cancel all contracts. You will not recognize me. I'm invisible. I said, so write that down. He wrote that down. And then I said, and for some reason, if by any reason you do have someone do something against your will, say, I don't consent to enter into any contract with you, verbal, written, or physical, of any kind. And I told him how to sign his name. And he's like, you have changed my life. Like, honestly. I said, you've changed my life. And when he went to sign his name, you guys, I can't even say this. First of all, I knew his name was one of my children's name, but also his second name was the same as my children's name. He had the first and second name of one of my children. Like, holy shmoly. Holy shmoly. Anyhow. So I said, I just want you to know that I love you. No matter what, I love you. And everything's going to be okay. And thanks for letting me talk to you. And he's like, no, thank you. And I really think we need more of that instead of less. And I feel like I was rewarded. You guys are never going to believe this. So I go sit in the park for an hour and tell Taco my story. I'm like, woo! Trying not to cry. I thought it was so amazing. And she tells me, I love seeing you step into your God side of self. And I'm like, yeah, it's like, I've always had the connection with Creator, and animals and stuff, but I just love these more powerful stories that keep happening. Right? So being me, what does Raven do? She goes and has herself a little celebration where I was going to play this game with my friend where I was going to go to the thrift store. I'm like, okay, let's play a game today. This is a good game for you guys. I'm going to go find something that's like $4 and something ridiculous at the dollar store. Remember my Bob Ross Chia Pet? I don't know if I told you about that. And then I had the Trump Chia Pet. Found both of those at the Goodwill store. So I'm like, I'm going to find something awesome. And I'm going to just gift it to someone and say, oh, that's from so-and-so. Well, who is that? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It was a dare. This is your gift. Okay? So, I'm looking for this gift and I can't see it anywhere. And I turn around and I'm like, well, I need a pajama shirt. I'm just going to buy a pajama shirt, right? I go flipping through this and I find this funniest shirt that says, it's got a whole bunch of tools on it. And it says, I work with tools. And I'm like, that's a funny shirt to wear to bed, right? I have that in my hand. And I turn around and I was like, I literally was so excited. Ran over and grabbed the shirt off the aisle. I'm gonna unveil it for you guys. Now that I've gotten y'all cutting the onions, okay, this is how God rewarded me. Do you guys see this? Doop doop doop, the Punisher. Guess how much it was? $8. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? I'm just reading some of the comments. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's why we're all here online. So, yeah. Can't hear you're a bit blurry just because I was crying, probably. So, yeah. I'm so excited about today. Today was an amazing day. And look I just finished the box of Kleenex. Yeah. Yeah. So I keep finding these funny screenshots of my face, and I just made one. I'm going to have to go screenshot it. Anyhow. Yeah, so what'd you guys think about that? Literally, it was the porcupine. And there was one part in the porcupine medicine, I couldn't find it, where I did post it earlier, where it was saying something about innocence, kindness, protection, strength, trust, boldness. I did feel like it was pretty bold to kind of invade on his coloring, but yeah, I just think I got rewarded. I got myself a present. I haven't even told my friends about this shirt. They're gonna have to watch this video. And it fits me like a glove. It's gonna look awesome with my ripped jean shorts and a pair of leggings. So yeah, that was my little time today. So I'm like, holy, you can't even. Can you make up that story? No. So yeah, I got like some cry eyes today. I haven't cried on a show in ages, like ages. Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna pull 4. Just cause I can. My YouTube keeps flashing like green, like you would not believe. Yeah, what a blessed day too, right? I think it's cause I ended up walking about 77 kilometers. Ooh, restriction. That's what they're doing on my YouTube. Oh, sorry, I didn't hold it up high enough for the Facebookers. Ooh, death card. What's wrong, Raven? Why was you crying? Oh, Patty, you're gonna have to rewind. It's worth the rewind. Don't you guys all agree? Patty's like, why were you crying? I joined late. Movement and disruption. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what my card reading was yesterday. I've been humming like a random. I took some really cute pictures of Mr. Oliver, the cat here. He's like so cute. Oh, and get a load of what I caught yesterday on the stairs. A rainbow heart. Rainbow heart. Rainbow heart. Disruption, letting go, the hawk, restriction, and the spider. So we just got 2 of those cards again. So let's have a ready reel, will we? Because it's really early on in the show. I feel like it's time to read these. This marker brings notice of restriction in all things. You are a prisoner in your own, are in a prison of your own making, or at the mercy of which is temporarily out of reach. You aren't able to move forward constructively at this time. This is true. I've been thinking about moving or selling my motorhome, and like it's probably stuck in ice right now. Be patient. Pay attention to the next right action, and sooner than you know, the prison doors will swing open and you will again proceed to the greater goal. For now, take this opportunity to rest. Actually, this is a good card for my friends who keep phoning me and go, nothing's happening. Why isn't anything happening? Take this opportunity to rest. Take stock of where you are and where you've come from. Ask, how did I get here? What am I not seeing? What needs repairing? Once answers come, so does relief from the bondage of circumstance and mind. So that's a good card. I like that card. Oh, gosh. Death. This marker pretends a time of transformation, a total change of attitude. The death of the old. Regardless of how death presents itself, it is a necessary aspect of all things. Always remember the phoenix that rises up out of its own ashes to soar in the wind, renewed, filled with life. Death in the winter is the winter of things, part of the life cycle. When you receive this marker, you're reminded that all things have their season. Take courage, for in surrendering to death, in time you will be blessed with extraordinary new life. Yeah. Oh, I like that, Amelia. Happy crying with your dad. Aw. Yeah. Rejoice for which excuse me. I had one of these weird coughs that kind of rejoice for that which dies, fertilizes, and fortifies the new. Endings always point to fresh beginnings. And I was kind of thinking about my boys. They haven't really been talking to me for the last few days. And, yes, I was mumbling. That. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I needed that water so bad. Okay. This may portend a physical mood, or it heralds a release from restriction and waiting. Oh, I like that. Rejoice for changes in the air and new things are about to enter your world. This puts you on notice that it's time to broaden your horizons as you move forward on your path. You may travel to new and foreign places, both physically and inwardly. It is fortunate and timely to do so. Nothing is ever meant to be static in the ways of the living mystery. Movement brings challenges that must not be resisted, for progress can only be made by letting go of what was and welcoming what is and what is yet to come. This marker is an omen of a change for the better. And the disruption card. Oh, I hope we get some disruption. Yeah, I hope we all are getting some disruption. It's meant to shake off everything that no longer serves us, basically. This marker warns of a shaky foundation placed on a fault line. At best, this reminds you that shake-ups are necessary when you need a wake-up call. It's a warning for you to be diligent and alert when making decisions. This can also portend a toppling of plans, ideas, or a total destruction of something hard-won, worked for, and desired. But be reminded that the way of the goddess is one of mystery and chaos is the ultimate cleanser. Disruption brings delays and upsets that have a hidden gift of opportunity within them. This is the time to rethink, rebuild, and refortify that which was previously unstable, and it allows you to begin anew. Without this gift, you wouldn't be adequately supported later on when you need it the most. The greater message reminds you that in life, all people, places, concepts, and things are only but fleeting on the path to wholeness. Only spirit is stable and eternal. Such is the wisdom of Avalon. Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's what we need to do, is do a lot more asking. And asking, you shall receive. I think it's, yeah. Great cards. Aloha! Man, I want to go to Hawaii so bad. I couldn't even believe I saw a porcupine this morning. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm glad I made at least one person cry. I wasn't crying alone, Marlene. I'm just kidding. And 444 just popped up. Yeep, yeep. So, yeah, it's 3 4:45 here. So you must be an hour ahead, Tina. But yeah, that's my show. I don't even have anything newsworthy. That's literally the best show that I'm ever gonna make as far as train situations. I just think that it's magical. I do that a lot, actually. It's not like the first time I've talked to people like that, but today it was just so powerful. That guy and his story, and he wasn't. It was just amazing. It was just amazing because I don't know. I think we all need to do that, to hug our brother and sister or see the sun in somebody else. It broke my heart to hear him say that his mom and him were having problems, because I'm like, yeah, my kids aren't really talking to me because they think I'm a little bit of a nut job right now. And he's like, what? And I'm like, it's okay. I still love them. They still love me. They're not mad. They're just like, yeah, we're just gonna go over here and pretend my mom's talking about Elvis being alive and stay in my lane. So that's what it was kind of, yeah. Yeah, they can't, oh, Patty says, I'd love to go to Hawaii too. Oh yeah. I think I'm just gonna be like putting myself in circumstances. Actually, I have some relatives, a relative that lives in Hawaii, and maybe one day I'll go visit. Maybe, maybe. But I'm so excited about my Punisher. Like, I was thinking on the way home, I'm like, yep, we all know who the ultimate Punisher is. No one above Creator. So, yeah, this guy actually, I said, I know what they're doing to people, because he was telling me that he had to take some mandated course, trauma course, in order to get his money. And I'm like, I know what those courses are all about and why you're being forced to take these courses. So I said it's all about them controlling you. So don't let them control you anymore. So just what an amazing day. I'm just still sitting here like, this is crazy. Just crazy. It's awesome. But yeah, the green screen keeps flashing all the time on YouTube. I got a couple more comments. I'm going to read some of the comments. Oh, is that what was going on? Is the turd and the robot were together in Canada? Oh, super fabulous. Raven the Punisher! That's right. Yeah. And everybody, yeah, give your Jeff. Wow, tears flowing. I think it's good, you know? I think it's good to just be humbled. I was so humbled today. I was like, oh man, I know what it's like to be homeless. I know what it's like for somebody not to listen to you. I know what it's like to argue with your parents. I can't say I know what it's like to be in some of the situations that he was in, but I have definite empathy. So, yeah, I was like, manifest your place to live. Something's positive's gonna happen, but I know I'm gonna run into him again. I know I will. It won't be the last time I see that cat, so I'm excited. Anyways, everybody have a great afternoon or evening or morning, no matter where you are. I love you. I love you so much. Like, seriously, I love you guys. You make my day. Who am I going to tell this story to but my 4 friends? And they'll be like, yeah, okay, you've already told us. Good story, bro. And if I told it to my kids, you know what they would say to me. I'd tell that story and I'd be crying, and then at the end of it, they'd be like, could you tell that and throw a dinosaur or an ogre in it next time? That's what they say when I find the story boring. Anyways, yeah. Aw. That's good for you, Amelia. I know, you have a heart of gold. Amelia Begilia. Okay, I love you guys. Have a good day. I'm gonna tune out for today and probably go rest up and go make some dinner. Dinner time soon. Love you.